Hey everyone, Mrs. Ekholm here, doing our first lesson for geometry for the semester. So our first lesson is section 1.2, and our objectives will be to identify terms such as points, lines, and planes, and use those in real-world type problems, and be able to name them and use them to create other things like angles and segments and solve different types of problems. Okay, so here's an example. It's got plane points and some lines on it, so we'll come back to this one in a bit. So here's our first set of definitions. So I will go over these and you can hit pause and you can write them down on a notebook piece of paper. You are allowed to use all of your notes on any type of assessment that we take in geometry. All right. So first one, a point is a location. It has neither shape nor size. So usually when we show points, we just put like a little dot, right? So it is just describing a location, a place. You know, there could be points all over the room here that are just describing a location. When we name points, we name them with capital letters. So we could say this is point A, okay? We could put another point there and call it B, right? So those are our points. So if we look back at this example here, right, we have point A, we have point B, D, F, E. We also have point C down here. Now X is not a point because there is not a location that's with it. There isn't a spot for X, so X is not a point. All right. Lines. So lines are made up of infinitely many points. It has no width or thickness. There's exactly one line through any 2 points. So if I make this point and I call it R, and then I have another point, whatever, here, we'll call that one T, right? Through that, through those 2 points, there's only one line that we can create. So here we go. Should also go that way too. Right? So it says infinitely many points. So it's going to go forever in both directions. So if we were to, right, I could show you here, we've got a whole bunch of points on here. And I can't even draw in all the points because I can't get so tiny that it would fit in there. All right. So naming a line, so the 2 points that I have named on here are R and T. So if I were going to name or describe that line, we would call it line RT. So again, I'm using my capital letters. I put the symbol over it. Let's look back at this example here. All right, so if I was going to name this line right here, there's a couple different ways that I could name it. I could call it line DB, or I could call it line BD. It doesn't matter the order of the letters. Okay. I would not call it line D, B, and E. Like I wouldn't put all 3. You only name lines with 2, right? So 2 letters. Right? So I could call it BE though. Right? So BE, or I could call it DE. So all of those would be names for the same line. So this red line right here. We also have this line right here that we could name. All right, so we could name that line AB or BC or CB or CA. Again, you do not name it with 3 of the letters, only 2 of the letters. Okay, and you do put the little arrows on the ends of the symbols there. All right, a line segment. So our next section is going to be all about line segments. So we'll get more into those. So line segment is a measurable part of a line that consists of 2 endpoints. All right, so here's one endpoint. We could call that I don't know, P. And here's another endpoint. I'll call it Q. Right? So it's part of the line. So we're not going to draw the line that would go on forever and ever. It's only this part of the line. Okay, so it's a line segment. Again, there's a whole bunch of points that make that line. Or line segment, sorry. But there's 2 endpoints, so P and Q are the 2 endpoints. And when we name those, again, we just use the 2 letters never 3, even if there's 3 on there, right? So if I have R on here, right, I would only use the 2 endpoints, so P and Q. I would not call it PR on this one because then that would just be this segment between P and R. All right, or I could call it QP. All right, so segments. The last one here is a plane. Okay, so planes are flat surfaces made up of points that extend infinitely in all directions. So my example here would be like this folder. Okay, the problem with it is, right, we can never really see a plane in real life because it has to extend infinitely in all directions. So like this side of my folder here would have to go forever and ever. So you have to imagine that it's going to go forever and ever and ever up and forever and ever down and so on, right? Or if I put it flat, it would go forever, right, straight out. Okay, so a flat surface. When we name the plane, it says planes, there is exactly one plane through any 3 points. So when we name a plane, we have to name at least 3 points that are on the plane, but they cannot be on the same line. Okay, and the reason for that would be if you can, here I've got an example here. So here's a plane, okay, and I don't know if you can see there is a line on the plane I drew. But if I put 3 points on this line, okay, yes, those 3 points are on this plane. It's on this folder, right? However, they're on a straight line, so what I could also do is I could take this other one here, and I could also make this folder or this plane going through those 3 points. Now, is this plane the same as this one? No, right? So anytime you're naming a plane, it has to be 3 or more points, but they cannot all lie on a straight line. So on this one, if I'm naming the blue plane here in the background, I could not call it D, B, and E because those 3 lie in a line. So I would have to call it plane like F, D, B, right? Or I could call it plane E, B, F, okay? I can name it with 4 points, okay? And if I name it with 4 points, then I can have those 3 that are in a line. But I do have to have that 4th one explaining that it is that one and not, you know, if I could take my folder here and put that on DBE, but it wouldn't hit F. So all 4 of those are the way that we would name that blue plane. The other way that we could name it also is, remember this X down in the corner? It did not have a point that was associated with it. So we could also name it, and you have to actually write the word plane, plane X, like that. Okay? So either with 3 or more letters that are on the plane, points that are on the plane, not in a straight line, or with the word plane and then that symbol or that letter that's in the corner. Okay. All right, so that's how we name. That's what each of our things are: points, lines, segments, and planes. Okay. So let's go to this one. All right, so on this one, it's got a lot going on. Okay. And if you want, as we go over these, maybe hit pause and see if you can answer the question before I answer it so that you could practice thinking about it. How many planes are there? Okay, so hit pause and kind of think about it. All right, and then when you're ready, hit unpause. So what's the answer? How many planes are there? Well, you do have the plane P, right? That would be that big one there. So some of you maybe only said 1. So yes, we have plane P, okay, but then we also have, right, right here on this side, it kind of looks like a triangle, right? Okay, well, I could say that that was also a plane, and we would just have to imagine that it's going to extend forever and ever in all the directions. So I could call this one plane B, C, D. Those are 3 points on that plane, not in a straight line. Okay, so B, C, D. So there's 2. We could also have this plane here in the front. Right? So those 3 points. Or we could have the plane here on the side. Right? Or we could have the plane back there or the plane back there. So I believe there's 5 kind of planes around this pyramid, and then plane P here. So I believe there's 6. Okay, so 6 of them. All right, and then name the plane in 3 different ways. Well, we've got 2. You can name a 3rd one. Okay, name the 2 lines on the diagram. So again, you might want to hit pause and try to figure them out on your own. Okay, otherwise the 2 lines here that we have would be this one here. So JI or IJ, and then the other one here would be and this one we can call it HF, we could call it HC, HI, however we want it. Okay, so I'm just going to call it HI, capital letters. It is a line, so the little symbols, right? And then the other one was JI. Okay. Where do the 2 lines intersect? So looking at the red and the green line, well, where are they intersecting? So the red one kind of goes through. So if I could take my plane here and kind of pop this line through, right? Or just show you like this, right? Okay. So where is the 2 lines meeting? Well, they're intersecting right here at point I. So anytime you have 2 lines, they always intersect at a, and you might not be able to see that here, I'll write it over. They always intersect at a point. And again, remember we do capital letters. Okay, where does the plane and the line intersect? Okay, well, there's, we said there were 6 planes. Okay, so let's just look at plane P, right, the big one there, and then line JI, the one that goes through it, right? So plane P and line JI, well, again, they're intersecting at point I there, right? But what if I was looking at plane P and line HI, the green one? Well, right, so if I take this, or I show you this one again, right? So see this plane and it has a line on it. Well, where is that plane and that line intersecting? Well, it's intersecting at that point. It's intersecting at that point. It's intersecting at that point. Or I could continue making points, right? This line and this plane are both touching there. They're touching there. They're touching, right? So anywhere on that line would be intersecting the plane. Okay? So we have 2 answers here. Where does the plane and the line intersect? Well, it intersects at point I, okay? Or it intersects on that line HI. Okay, so it just depends on which line and which plane we're talking about, okay? All right. One more thing I wanted to talk about here, if we go back to this one, I kind of skipped this one. I just wanted to show you another way that we could name a line. So this line right here, we could call that line VR or RV, okay? However, do we also see down at the bottom here, I have like a little lowercase b. Okay, well now remember we always said we were going to use capital letters, but that lowercase b is kind of italicized as well. So if you ever have that, we can also call it, and you actually have to write out the word, line B. Okay, or if we take a look at this one here, we could call that line TQ or line TR or RQ, whatever, or we could call it line C, because it's a lowercase italicized letter down here at the end. Okay, just wanted to make sure we got that in for you. All right, here's a few more vocabulary words. Collinear, points that lie on the same line. So when we look at this one, D, B, and E are all on the same line, so those are called collinear. Coplanar, points that lie on the same plane. Well, D, B, F, and E are all on the same plane, so those are coplanar. Okay. Intersections. So we said that the plane and the line could meet at either a point or a line. Okay. A line and another line, they intersect at a point. Right? So remember, if we had 2 lines like that, they intersect at the point. Okay. A plane and another plane. So we haven't talked about that yet. And we can look at it in terms of this. Or you can think about 2 walls. Where do 2 walls meet? They meet at a line.